Yes, good morning once again. Anywhere where you watch us from. Now, property matter na be the show we don't begin now. Program we say we set time to make sure say everybody learn one or two things about property. Property come wide. Property no limit to only house where we dey live inside alone. Property no limit to only maybe a company where you get alone. Property wide. Now a lot of things. It is a very broad aspect of our life. So therefore, so that's why we dey always discuss one or two things we get to do with property. And today, as it may be, na female go start with yes, na our realtor. That's a person we say she said now ogbonge as far as property matter dey concerned. Talk about no other person but Madam Adiola O. Azan. And she will go to jolly am together today. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How you dey?
I'm fine. No, hope you are not seeing cold.
We are trying to kill it. We are trying to kill it small. And well, as Debo be say, you don't go on inspection. You don't go sites. So therefore, so people talk about Baradan, so now you will get today.
No problem.
And I want you to take us through our theme of discussion. So let me give the floor to you.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, my daddies and my mommies, my uncles and my aunties. This is no other person than Adeola O. Azan. Today's topic will actually be based on so many calls I've been receiving. People calling us, telling us, oh, Queen Adi, we want to start the real estate journey.
Yes.
How
Everybody
can we
want to become agent.
A realtor, let me just use that word.
Realtor, let's call it agent.
Okay,
English,
so how
can
can we journey into this real estate world? What are the things to do? So that's actually the bone of contention for today's topic, this morning's topic. And it's no other topic than the attributes expected of you as a realtor, a good real estate agent. The things you are meant to do that will distinguish you amongst other people.
Vis-a-vis maybe the things where you know supposed, because all those things where we list where you supposed to do, they are the ones that the opposite make it no triumph so that it could last for the industry.
So now we're going to be looking at those attributes that will make you a good real estate agent.
Before we go further, we have seen some people who say they do banking and finance, some people na law they do, some people na political science, some sociology, and having graduate, they say job in no day. And one of their uncle dey inside real estate and they join them and they do well. Are you telling me that real estate, as I've been a realtor, are we saying that now some people say person feel learn them like street knowledge, or na must make you go school, go do quantities of you and all these things?
Gone are the days, gone are the days that what you read in school are the things you are doing now. A lot of people that read Yoruba in school and they are finding themselves in the banking sector.
And they are working.
And they are doing well. As long as they are prone to knowledge, as long as they want to learn the rudiments of the game, as long as they are willing to, and they can subject themselves to learning. So you have to leave all those, what you read is what you must practice alone now.
That's what you call systemic, you leave systemic education.
And face what it is that is currently viable in our country. So real estate, anybody can come into real estate as long as you can know what it takes to become a realtor. Fine, along the way, you might get some professional courses to back it up.
Good.
To make you
certified.
But talking about coming into the real estate world, you can do it from any part of the world. Like I said, as long as you want to do it and you're ready to know what it takes to do it.
Okay, good one. So, Madam Diola, what are the attributes? Waiting be those things. Maybe say, okay, I want to become real estate now. I want to become a realtor, real estate agent now. Waiting be those things make I get as characteristics or idiosyncrasies or features or attributes. Maybe say, once I get them, I go make them for the industry.
Actually, a lot. There are a lot of attributes, but we're going to be looking at some 5 to 7 attributes.
Okay.
Given to time. Number 1 attribute is that whatever property you want to sell, you must have a knowledge of it, because knowledge is power.
Anything where you want to sell must have a knowledge of it.
Product knowledge.
Okay.
If you want to sell a house, if you want to sell a land, if you want to go into mortgage real estate, if you want to do commercial, whatever part of real estate world you want to feature in, you must have an in-depth knowledge of that sector. to avoid stories that touch. Take, for instance, you want to sell a house in Banana Island.
Okay.
You don't know where the land is, the house is. You don't know what title the house has. You don't know the vicinity.
Kí ni ìtumọ̀ title? Say, I just say no man being the get title like Chief Olododo or Mr. Olododo or Alhaji Olododo or Pastor Olododo.
Every property has its own title.
Kí ló dé? Why do you give them the title?
Yes, now it's based on what it is at the time we got it. A property can have a C of O. Okay. A property can have a gazette. Okay. A property can have an excision. Yes, a property can have a registered survey. So every property has its own title.
I think the properties every they get like chief or doctor, a doctor, 2-bedroom flat, chief, mini flat, or uncle bungalow.
I understand.
Or engineer. Okay, I get it.
Do you understand? So you now want to sell that kind of property. You are posting it maybe on your social media and everything. Then there happens to be a prospect amongst those people that saw it, and they called you up and start asking you some questions that you cannot answer.
Can't they do me?
Or you are saying, hey, let me get back to you. Hey, let me call somebody, I will call you back. You failed woefully. And one thing I've come to realize in this industry is that we have a lot of people now. It is now very competitive. So if you as a realtor cannot stay on top of your game, then forget it, you've lost. Somebody else will pick it up because people are already on queue. Why you are still trying to get your feet? Some people are getting each other and are doing it better. So you must have an in-depth knowledge of whatever you want to do. The property you want to market, the location, the title it has, and every other thing that is attached to it. That is number one. Number two is that you must build a network of connections. If you want to do this
network of connections.
Yes, if you want to do this work and do it well, you will go out there, you will do online marketing, you will do offline marketing, you will market the code word, you will do the warm word, you will do the hot word.
Cold word and word.
Yes, you know there's some marketing that if you're looking at the code word, it's like the informal word. Maybe your friends talk among your friends in church and everything. If you're looking at the warm word, like the formal word, maybe you go to companies, you take your thing there, you tell them about what you are doing, or you organize seminars just to to make people know that this is what I do for a living. So you must build it. And when you are building your network of connection, it doesn't have to necessarily be only clients. You can also build network of connections amongst your colleagues. You will have many other realtors on your wall. So that when you have a request for something that you immediately do not have, you quickly network with your people. And you know the cocoa of this game is that seal a deal. You've not done real estate until you seal a deal.
You've not done real estate until you seal a deal. Say I'm an agent, I'm a realtor, if you've not sealed a deal, you've not done it. You've
not done anything. So you must build a network. Because at one point or the other, you must always be doing something that is related to real estate.
When you say seal a deal, is it a must somebody sell house, or even if I'm able to maybe do agent between renting a duplex and something, have I seal a deal too, or until I sell a house?
No. As long as there is a transaction between the seller and the buyer in terms of money or whatever form of means they want to do it, that means that you have sealed a deal.
Okay, maybe unless you say house.
You can rent a house out. You've sealed that deal. As long as there is an exchange of money.
And you have to see your own commission.
Yes, of course, when you do that, of course, there's nothing that will stop you from getting whatever you're entitled to on that particular transaction.
So you can say, yes, the journey has started.
Yes, I've done this one. Let me move on to the next one.
Casa.
Number 3, attention to details. This is one thing that most real estate agents do not have.
Attention to details.
First and foremost, you have to understand what your clients need before you can be able to, suggest anything to them. You must have a good listening ear. You must not be too quick to talk, but be very slow to listen, so that from their words you pick out what you want to bring out to enable that deal to be sealed.
Making over lose the deal.
You are trying to sell a house to somebody, and the person is passing all languages to you, body language, everything, that I don't want a house. What I want is the land. But because you want to sell that house, you are not careful, you are not listening. you will end up losing such deal.
Trying to force it down the throat of that person.
Due to the fact that you're not listening. Because when you listen well, you will get from the discussion what that person really needs.
The land this one wants.
Some people will need something that they'll be paying small, but because you want to sell that place at that particular time, some clients will be on your word that they will not buy from you until after 2 or 3 years. But they're observing. They are looking at you, they're observing everything. By the time they will throw it to you, they've done their conclusion in their mind, then they want to go for it. By that time, it will be a very stressless, Abi?
Very stressless, yes.
Stressless deal.
Or effortless deal.
To just come in. It happens a lot. Attention to details. Listen well and get the facts from your people, what they want. That's number 3.
Yeah.
Number 4 is you have to have an engaging personality.
Meaning?
Thank you. Your personality must be charming. You must, they must see you as someone that they can trust with their money.
Because real estate money, no be akara money.
Do you know how long people they've been saving that money to buy that property? They'll not dump it into one useless person's
just like that.
Maybe some people 20 years, everything. So they are very sensitive when it comes to money matters. First and foremost, put yourself in the shoe that I have some money that I've been keeping. I've been saving up for like 2 or 3 years because I want to buy a house, I want to buy a land. When you're not ready to finally let go of that money, you not dump it to hand of somebody that does not know what he or she is doing.
Somebody where I don't really know.
Maybe in the course of you asking 1 question or 2 questions, the person is doing somehow. Your sense will trigger you that no. That's the right word. You want to do it with someone that knows what he or she is doing and has this thing and can actually handle everything for you, whether you are there or not.
Whether you even know or not, I will still go and consult on you.
So your personality must be very, very engaging. You must know how to, at times too. I'm saying all these things for those people that have been calling me. So when you want to start this journey, you have to think it through that you are ready to start this journey because you have to know what you are doing in this journey.
Because money did this journey, come up paro if person is hit.
If you do it well.
And
but it is not,
this
and
money.
The truth is, we'll still come to some other topic, maybe some other time. When you see the deal is not the final bus stop in real estate, there's pre-sealing of deal, there's sealing of, then there's post-sealing of deal.
That's preface and sophist.
So a lot is involved.
Yes.
Number 5, you must have a hustling tenancy, whatever. You must be hustling. Okay. You must be on the street 24/7.
Have the hustling tendency.
A lazy person cannot do real estate. That's why most times they used to say that it's the men's world. But gone are those days. The ladies now, they are not
even. No one buy house for banana. You say,
at times I leave my home as early as 3 a.m. to beat traffic. And at times I get home as late as 1 a.m. You're on the streets, nee.
Doing what?
Inspection, client allocation, client's documentation, and that has to do with real estate. Everything shall show. Do you understand?
Everything must be sure.
So you have to be very strong. Let me give you one example. A friend of mine, she was like, ordinary one, especially she followed me to. Told me, I said, she shared money. I cannot do it. And it's true, you have to be strong. So a lot. Even if we start from now, but the most important of all is honesty and integrity.
Because na him go give you the next clients where you know advertise to.
Referrals.
Referral. Well, thank you very much, Queen Adi. You don't hear 5 attributes where she lists for us as per person we want be good real estate agent. So if you don't learn 1 or 2 things, please go nowhere. She will come back to even market the products where she get for us today. That is those we get interest to buy property. Oh yeah, make we hear the one where she carry come today. Go nowhere, we'll be right back. Yes, you're welcome back. And you don't see the one where she carry come today. Until waiting. Until say make we say ginger get we own. Oh yeah, Mama Alpha.
Key Evan City Bogi Je. Some people say it's Bogi Je.
It's Bogi Je now.
It's Bogi Je, Bogi Je. Key Evan City is.
When I'm hungry.
Key Evan City is our today's goodie.
Goodie bag.
So like I've been, advising and encouraging us before now. Last time I was here, I spoke about Key Evan Phase 3 Ekpe. And I'm glad to tell you that the price has actually gone up from 750,000 to 900,000 naira. The documentation has gone up from 350 to 500. So that's like a 400,000 naira whooping increase on the land. So congratulations to all clients that have maximized the introductory price. You are the real MVPs. So now let's talk about Bogie Jet 2 before the price goes up. Because number one, Bogie Jet is an environment that you should not miss out on. I've been saying this for a long time. Why? Number one, it is like 3 bus stops after Shangotedo ShopRite. Number two, lands in that axis are selling from 13 to 15 million naira. Some are even selling for that price at 450 square meters, 500 square meters. But this particular one that we're giving to you is selling for 4 million naira for 600 square meters and 1.7 million naira for documentation. Like I would always say, when you are buying into real estate property, always have at the back of mind that you are paying for documentation. Because if you are buying,
genuine, this thing you are doing.
Of course, because if it is a money property you are buying as well, you will still do your documentation, and it's going to cost you money and time. But in this case, they are making everything very
easy for you,
stress-free. Because all you have to do is just pay in money. They do everything, then you come back for your allocation and you start building. So in this case, our land is 4 million naira for a 600 square meters. And for
that 600 square meter, now they call one plot.
Yes, 60 by 100. And for the sake of those that can now afford a full plot, there's a leverage to get half plots for 2 million naira. Documentation, 1 million naira. This is the place. We launched this place late last year. Look at the level of work. I tell people, when you are partnering with any real estate company, watch out for some things.
Like?
The company's ability to deliver. You buy property for some people 10, 5, 15 years, it is still that signboard that you saw that many years ago that you still see. But this property now we
Lord opened... of the signboards. It's true. They will not do their hand in this thing like this.
Nothing. No development. But in this case now, we opened this place last year, we did the road, and now we've started working on our land. That is one. Number two, we are going to be selling houses here as well. When we launch those houses, we'll still bring it back here for the purpose of people that wants to buy a house with a flexible payment plan. Some are even going to be as flexible as up to 4 years for the first few clients that can quickly maximize it. Now imagine you having a plot of land in this kind of location. In 12 months, you are going to be selling this place, if not over 100% returns. The appreciation value, because the location is sweet, it's sharing a very close proximity to that major road, maybe like 6 minutes from the Lekki-Ekpe Express Road. It has a good title, a government-approved excision. There are a lot of estates coming up in that axis.
I don't get encumbrances. Abi you get.
You don't get.
No encumbrances.
I know that's what you're waiting. So
no encumbrances.
Please, anybody bought home in diaspora, if you feel you need a good place, it might not be land, it might be a house, maybe something that you can pay up to 2 years. Some even have some mortgage plan up to 20 years.
Amadiola, we get sorry to cut you, we get viewers all over the world because we receive call all the way from Canada, Toronto, we receive from London, and even na Skype, some of them they do as a proof. So as said that one, we're global, and number two, some of them they are abroad. We say the fear say to send money to family or relative with what they've heard happen to people over there, and the one way don't even happen to some of them. And some of them the worst now. Your contact today, they're like, say it possible, make somebody wey dey obodo oyinbo wey no come out at all, make it send money to una tell back parile.
Owulo soft you. Very soft work, because that's been happening. Yes.
People from abroad.
It has been happening. All it takes, like I said the other time, is honesty and integrity. If you can prove yourself to a client that you are trustworthy, trust me, you can get a whole lot of deal from that transaction. We've seen a client that sent 750,000 naira and was paying till like 1 year just to see the level of your integrity. After he did that, the next money he sent was over 100 million naira to buy from that same person.
100 million?
Over.
Over.
So they actually tested that realtor with that amount
with
to know if he or she will fumble. But when they saw the consistency, the integrity and everything, they decided to do more what they initially intended doing. So if you are an investor or an intending investor and you wish to do anything in Nigeria, I am still your best realtor, your best property guide when it comes to real estate matters. Just call me. Let's talk about these things. If you are there, you don't have anybody that can come inspect on your behalf, you can do a virtual inspection, a video call. You will see the whole thing. We will send you a document that you can actually ask people that you know to help you verify at the lands. There's no how you even be with me that you will not come to love me and trust me now.
Ben, you don't need, you know.
It's Queen Adi.
I'm
not forming.
Yeah, I don't know. You are very lovable.
You
are very lovable.
So there's no problem. I still have some documents with me that I've been begging them to come and pick up.
And where we say in some other transactions refer the case. Now
yes,
people go to court and say, "Where our document, please?"
I will be begging them. Come and take your property from my hand. Let me know. But the trust is there. They will leave it.
You don't worry.
So there's no problem. Let's do Kiev City. Let's do Kiev Ekpe. Let's do all the houses that we have. Let's do everything that has to do with real estate. As long as it is real estate related, you are good to go. You are in the right hand. You are with the right realtor. You are at the right place at the right time with the right person doing the right thing.
Love that. When you have a company, say, see where they here. You say as far as property they come, even make it say you get house where you want say, and you don't want make mago people help you sell it because they'll be only to buy. Now you see they help people to sell too. My grandfather land for Papa on Lota, and that's where he said yes, very big transaction because the land are about say 30 acres, yes, about 30 acres, and when we sell to the glory of God, say we will make the thing like I want buy a deal now like 600,000 for Papa inside. 600,000, not be big deal.
Very big.
After 600,000, about
clean transaction.
People they beg us, they bring go bring fowl, bring everything.
Chelsea.
No call brand, no
call brand.
You call brand. No. So therefore, so if you want to sell your property too, not be only say she dey sell. If you get property, maybe say you want a trusted agent to help you monitor, please feel free, call her. Even if you know say the money never see day, like you take talk sometimes. Some things one person never ready, but if you see,
your mind will be there.
Your mind will be there. You want to go on inspection, please call her. She's
it's
always
free.
ready. It's
You're
free.
not collecting money for inspection. Just come and see these things. Let me take you on an inspection tour. From there you pick. It's not like buying something.
A lot talk. Of
course. It happens.
Yes. So on top of that, please feel free to tour around the world with her. It's free tour. And we will entertain you during the tour. One moment.
Yes, so chin, chips, rice, chicken, everything.
Yeah! I'm going on tour today. Sleeping tea, I don't go there house. One lot tour. Thank you very much.
Bye.